Radio Pulpit, 657 AM, your daily companion.
A very good afternoon to you and welcome back. It is Radio Pulpit and Wednesday's edition of Heart to Heart with myself, Lukom Puti, of course, broadcasting live from the NSBC Business Show. And with me right now, I've got Jaco Van Jaarsveld, who is the Chief Strategy and Innovation Officer at Experian. Jaco, good afternoon and welcome to Radio Pulpit.
Thank you very much for having me.
Lovely to have you with me. Jaco, let's talk about Experian. Who exactly are you guys and what do you do?
Experian is a data and technology company that looks at solving and building solutions to create a more inclusive financial economy for consumers and for small businesses alike. So very quickly realized that by using data effectively, we can achieve our ambition, and our ambition is purely to create a more inclusive financial economy that creates access to finance for consumers and small businesses, because that's where the future of our economy lies, and that's where the future growth in our economy lies, is by creating those opportunities for small businesses to flourish and create employment. Else, we're going to continue along the route that we've been for the last few years.
I can imagine. What do you guys consider yourself, a small, medium, or large scale
business? We're actually a global company. So it's a company that's listed on the London Stock Exchange.
Wow.
And we have presence in 45 countries across the world.
45?
Yeah. So we're a global company, but in Africa and in South Africa, our local office is purely focused on creating more inclusive financial economy for small businesses and all South Africans.
Oh, wow.
To turn the economy around, right?
Yeah.
Because ultimately the only way we turn the economy around and create employment is by creating an environment for small businesses to flourish.
Yeah.
And if small businesses can't flourish, then we can't create employment. Because if you think about 87% of employment in South Africa roughly comes from small businesses.
Oh, wow.
But only 40% of the economic growth. Now, the government has set for their development plan the target to have 90% employment from small businesses, small and medium businesses, and 80% of growth, of economic growth.
Yeah.
Only then can we create a stronger economy. So government realizes it. So what we're doing is we actually putting our money where our mouth is and saying, no more talk. Let's create platforms and solutions where we can have a go at making a difference.
So what does it mean for you guys as Experian to be part of these exhibition today? Why exactly are you guys here? What do you want to achieve?
We want to learn from the small businesses. So
a global company wants to learn from small businesses.
I'll tell you a simple story.
Okay.
We are a global company, but operating in South Africa is fundamentally different to operating across the rest of the world.
All right.
In South Africa, we have unique challenges, and we don't have the answers to solve those challenges.
All right.
The only way you fix the challenges or address the challenges is by understanding what they are and using your skills as a global company to improve the process, whether it's technology, whether it's using data for good, whether it's artificial intelligence. It's using your skills that you've got as a business to improve access to finance by understanding what the challenges of the small businesses are. And that's what we do. Last year we were young, we thought, we've got the answer, and it took us 6 months to realize we don't. And then we said, let's sit down with the small businesses. And 6 months later, we've got a solution that we're busy working on to make access to funding easier and simpler.
Yeah.
But we didn't come up with it. Small businesses told us what it was, and we just listened.
And I think, honestly, it also helps to just keep learning new challenges as they come. You can never get to a place where you're like, we know the solution, like you're saying.
Absolutely.
Because a new challenge comes, then what?
Absolutely. A generation changes.
Yeah.
I mean, I can solve something at my household for myself and my wife, and it will be complete failure with my Gen Y daughters.
Exactly.
So you need to figure out who's the next business, what generation are they, what type of products do they have, how do they want to grow, what's their ambitions, to align the demand and supply, the demand for funding and the supply of funding. Now, when you look at funding, people look at it, I need a bank to give me money.
Yeah.
But if you're setting up a business that has a TikTok business, no bank's going to do that. But trust me, there's funders out there that will fund, because there's young funders that realizes, hold on, there's business in that. Game developers, there's people that will fund it. Our job as Experian is to understand what type of businesses are there, and what funders are there, and how do we bring them together. Because if we bring them together, we can create great big businesses, more businesses growing, and more employment.
So there's a small business listening right now and they're thinking, oh, these guys are absolutely perfect. There's definitely something I can take away, from them. How do they link up to you guys? How are you on socials? Do you have a website? How do they link up to you guys?
We do. So firstly, we're not perfect. We learn. And we learn from the small businesses and hope one day we can be perfect. If we're perfect to one small business, I'm happy. Exactly. That makes me happy. So we're busy building a platform with a company called FinFind. FinFind is already available, which is an access to finance platform. People can go onto the FinFind, www.finfind.co.za platform and apply for funding through there. We're working with FinFind, who's been doing this for many years and have learned on how to optimize it, to further optimize it and to use data more intelligently. So we're bringing our expertise as a data business, as an artificial intelligence business that can use data effectively to enhance the FinFind processes. Similarly, at Experian, we've got a platform called Up, and it's where you can...
I'm seeing this up on your shirt.
Yes.
What's that about?
Every single application, whether it's for a consumer or for a small business, for finance starts with what do you as the individual who's applying, whether as an individual or as a principal, a director or the owner of the business, what does your credit profile look like? And what we've done is for that, we've developed a completely free consumer progressive web app where you can register for free and every single day of every month at no cost, get your credit bureau report. There's education on there to help you improve your finances. There's education around small businesses. You get your free bureau score. There's a free budgeting tool. And you can go and register, and it's your data, so access it and improve it. And that website is www.up.experian.co.za. So we've started on the consumer. We're working with FinFind. We're joining these two apps, building a small business app that looks at both of these and solving for that.
Jaco, thank you so much for your time and thanks for the great work you're doing for these small businesses in our communities, and all the best.
Thank you very much for having me.
Be doers of the word with 657 AM. Sounds of life.
In today's rush world, there is limited time for yourself. Your cell phone, however, is with you all the time. So why not use it? Visit our Radio Pulpit website with your cell phone and restore your soul. There you can find out more about Radio Pulpit, download the Bible to your cell phone, read Word for Today, and you can listen to us online. Just visit www.radiopulpit.co.za, especially developed for your cell phone. Radio Pulpit, your daily companion.
Radio Pulpit 657 AM, your daily companion through thick and thin. Download our mobile app or visit radiopulpit.co.za to listen to your favorite station 24 hours a day.
You and 657 AM and life, a winning team on the road to eternity.